are so many Black-owned brands out here who are getting it right. Why do you care about what Youthforia is doing? Go ahead and shop where your shade is and these brands that are catering to you. Maybe everything is not for everybody. It's like I don't feel like I need to like do something big all the time. Like it's feel like you just got to do it. Do it scared. I was talking to somebody yesterday at the makeup show, and she said the same thing. You just got to do it scared. And a lot of us do things scared. We all have the same feelings. We just kind of go about it differently. So the people that you see winning and doing all these things, don't think for a second that they haven't had a moment of imposter syndrome or they haven't pushed through and done it scared. We're all doing something scared. So if you are experiencing imposter syndrome, I'm sorry to tell you that the only way that you're going to get over it is to do the thing. So go ahead and do the thing and let me know how it goes, okay?
Welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get authentic answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. Join me every week as me and my special guest reveal the keys to longevity and success in the beauty industry, from the ups and downs of their journey to the nitty-gritty of their struggles and triumphs. We're spilling the tea on it all, and most importantly, having fun while doing it. You ready?
Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty here, Akua Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. I am so happy to have you here, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. Now, on today's episode, you have just me. This is a very special episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast because at the time of this recording, yesterday, May 5th, 2024, I celebrated the 4-year anniversary or the 4-year birthday of the Friends of Beauty podcast. I always tease people and say that the Friends of Beauty podcast is my little pandemic baby because we started in 2020. So 4 years, y'all, 217 episodes later, 150 plus interviews facilitated and over 30,000 downloads, and we are still here. So to put things into perspective, downloads is like the amount of times that people have listened to your podcast. So that's a big deal to me. And it's a big deal that I have remained consistent this whole time because a lot of people start podcasts, but a lot of people don't continue a podcast. I think like the average episode is like 10 episodes or something like that is what I've heard. So for me to have 217, this is episode 217, that is a big deal for me, and just remaining consistent. I've never missed one single Wednesday of giving y'all what y'all want. That is a huge deal for me. So yesterday, May 5th, we went to the Makeup Show New York. I took a bus full of my friends in beauty from DC to New York for the makeup show, and we had such a great time. I am still in recovery, so please excuse me. Like I had to really push myself, okay, to do this episode today because I still wanted to I wanted to do this episode because I wanted to be able to speak from, having the experience of going to the makeup show, but woke up super duper early on Sunday. I woke up at like 3:45. Went and picked up my best friend, headed to meet my friends in beauty to get on the bus, and we left around like a little bit after 5:30. Oh, such a great experience. Like I just get so lucky every single year to have such a great group of people. Like I cannot have imagined a better way to spend celebrating my anniversary of the Friends of Beauty podcast than hanging out with my friends in beauty at the makeup show. But we had such a great time. We got back at a good time last night. We had a great driver. We had a female driver this year, which I just thought that was so badass. Like she was whipping that bus. She was whipping that bus. She was so pleasant. To just be around and work with as well. And she really enjoyed just being around us as well. So yeah, we went to the Makeup Show New York. I got to do some interviews on the spot. So stay tuned for that. I got to interview a few people on the spot. I got to try out some new brands. I got to meet Beyonce's makeup artist, Rocal, and hopefully, fingers crossed, y'all, put some good vibes out in the world, in the universe for me, because I did talk to him about possibly coming on the Friends of Beauty podcast, and he gave me his number, told me to reach out, all that good stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, we'll see how that goes, because I was just teasing my friends yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I got a lot of people's numbers. I got a lot of celebrity makeup artist numbers in my phone, but whether they respond or not is the question. But I'm a very persistent person, and I feel like if you gave me your number, you expect me to use it. So I'm going to keep on reaching out to them until they get on the show, but I digress. I had such a great day yesterday. Like I said, I'm still in recovery. I was supposed to have a job today, but it was never confirmed. And after I got home last night, I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy that that job was not confirmed because I really just need to rest and reset and just get my life together. Okay. So one of the reasons I'm also doing this solo episode is because I'm listening to y'all, okay? A lot of people have reached out to me and expressed, like, of course, their love for the Friends of Beauty podcast, but have also shared with me that they really enjoy when I do solo episodes because it just speaks to them more. They get to hear from me, and some of the topics that I talk about really resonate. So here I am doing a solo episode, and I had to push through, but it's all for you. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is just some things, some topics that have come up lately, some like topics that have a what is it called? Like a reoccurring, like people keep asking me these questions, or it's like a hot topic that people want my opinions on. And I went on Instagram earlier asking people for topics, of course, of anything they wanted me to share. And I didn't get a response yet. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what I want to talk about. So one of the things that I want to talk about is a topic that all of us go through, all of us experience. One of my trailblazers in the Trailblazers Club, the Friends of Beauty Trailblazers Club, asked me, I think on last month's Q&A call and mentorship call, she asked me if I still deal with imposter syndrome. And I was like, girl, of course I do. It's just not as prevalent. It just doesn't happen as often anymore. But we all deal with imposter syndrome in some way. Even the artists that we admire, the people that we admire in the beauty industry that are a little bit further ahead of us as far as experience and everything, even they deal with imposter syndrome. It's not a rare thing to deal with that, but the only way to get over it is to get through it. Hey, friend, I really need your help with something. I'm planning to host my very first travel retreat in 2024, and this is why. I live in DC, but I love to travel. My last few trips, I've gone to Mexico, Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, but I'm starting to get that urge to hop on a plane again very soon. And I've been thinking about what I want for myself and what I want for Friends in Beauty in 2024, and that is to make a bigger impact and build deeper connections while doing the things that we love. Like, what better way to do that than on a bomb trip, making new memories together, learning from one another, experiencing new cultures, and laying out in the sun? What I really want is for us to get into the habit of resting, recalibrating, and celebrating ourselves more. We work so hard on a day-to-day basis, and I want this experience to be an all play, no work type of vibe. You feel me? I'm ready to have some fun and I want you to come along with me. Instead of catching all the highlights on my Instagram and YouTube, all you have to do is fill out a brief 2-minute survey to let me know where we should go, what your budget is, and the best time of year and what you want to do. I'll leave the link here and below in the show notes. I am super duper excited to collaborate with you on this. Let's make this retreat happen and get your passports ready because we getting up out of here. So you still have to go ahead and do the thing that's making you feel that way, that's causing that imposter syndrome to occur. You still have to go ahead and move through it because if not, then you will never validate if those thoughts are actually true or not. And 9 times out of 10, they are never true. It's just, I guess, just a natural human thing that happens to us. But I absolutely still deal with imposter syndrome. It just doesn't happen as much. And I was telling her, I remember when I first started doing the networking events, right? I would be so excited about it. I'd be so pumped up, like, oh my God, I'm hosting this event. And then it will always be like around like the 2-week mark where I'm still, trying to sell tickets, still promoting and everything. And I would get this feeling of like, literally, like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are that you're going to go out here and host an event and people are actually going to show up? I used to like feel like that. Like, who are you supposed to be that people are going to come someplace because you invited them or because you said so? And the more that I did events, I'm like, actually, that is actually true. Like, people are coming out because I'm inviting them. People are coming out because I'm providing an experience that they want to be a part of. So, like, just me continuing to do those events and people coming and giving me their feedback, expressing how they felt was like, okay, I am doing that, but not in a negative way. It's a positive thing. So I just feel like you just got to do it. Do it scared. I was talking to somebody yesterday at the makeup show, and she said the same thing. You just got to do it scared. And a lot of us do things scared. We all have the same feelings. We just kind of go about it differently. So the people that you see winning and doing all these things, don't think for a second that they haven't had a moment of imposter syndrome or they haven't pushed through and done it scared. We're all doing something scared. So if you are experiencing imposter syndrome, I'm sorry to tell you that the only way that you're going to get over it is to do the thing. So go ahead and do the thing and let me know how it goes. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is something that I saw like going crazy. I'm pretty sure you've seen it too, going crazy on my timeline on Instagram. And then one of the brand owners asked me about it yesterday, my opinion about it yesterday at the makeup show. And it is this whole Youthforia debacle that is going on with this shade that they came out with. I'm not very familiar with the brand at all. Youthforia, they have this date night skin tint serum, and I think their tagline is like makeup you can sleep in. First of all, I feel some type of way about that tagline, makeup you can sleep in, because I don't feel like you should be sleeping in any makeup. I know the makeup is formulated to be like more so like skincare with like a tint or whatever, but I just feel like that's pushing the wrong message because people already be sleeping in their makeup and they shouldn't. So I don't feel like you should be like pushing makeup that you can sleep in, because people would take that quite literally and be like, oh, well, I'm just going to sleep in it. We're like, I feel like go wash your face, okay, and take that makeup off. Anyways, so apparently, like I said, I'm not very familiar with the brand or the full backstory. I was trying to look into it some, but apparently they had come under fire about a year ago or so because of their limited shade range. So for them, they're like, okay, we're going to expand our shade range, which they did. But the latest shade that they came out, which is their shade number 600, is literally like like black like this. And apparently with the ingredients is literally made out of like a black pigment with like a tiny bit of white, so like a grayish, a blacky gray like. So we have like these influencers coming, like these influencers like really really deep rich skin, coming and like demoing the shade on themselves. And like these girls are like deep skin, and like this one influencer takes like a black paint and does one side of her face and takes the Youthforia foundation or whatever it's supposed to be and does the other side, and it's literally like the same thing. So I think African American people, Black people already have this experience with like blackface. You know, if you don't know what blackface is, go look it up. But that's essentially what the foundation is given. And it's like nobody is this shade. Like, who did y'all test this shade on? And as of right now, as of today, when I looked on the website, the foundation is still up there. They have not taken it down, despite, you know, people dragging them online and everything. They have not taken it down. And even when I was looking at the you know how they show the models on these websites wearing the foundation? Even when I saw the model that is wearing the foundation, and heavy on the air quotes if you're listening to the audio, okay? Heavy on the air quotes, because there's no way that that model is wearing that foundation. There's no way. So I feel like there's a little bit of false advertisement going on there as well. There's no way that that model has on that shade. It's just no way. Like, go look at the website and comment down below and let me know what you think. There's no way that that model has on that shade. So I feel like there's some falsification even going on behind the scenes with the product. However, the young lady asked me yesterday what I thought about it. And because I don't have much knowledge on it, and just based off of what I've seen online, I saw this one young lady who was demoing the thing, and just the energy of it felt like they just want to, I don't want to say, I just want to be very, very careful with my words. Okay. I want to play devil's advocate in the sense of the young lady whose video I saw, and I don't remember her name. I had to go look for it. But she was basically saying that the brand had reached out to her before. Like, I guess after they had their, they got dragged last year or whatever, they must have reached out to her before to come like talk to the brand or something like that, and she declined, right? But yet she's on Instagram showing how terrible this shade is and complaining about it. And yes, the brand should do better, but I felt like that could have been an opportunity for her to consult for the brand for them to get it right. So like the brand reached out to you for a reason, but then you said no, and then you come on there and drag them where you could have been the insider who could have been there to make change. So it just kind of felt some type of way from me because like yes, they should do their due diligence and find somebody who actually matches that shade. But for those people out there who are of a deeper complexion, if a brand is reaching out to you, like help them. Hey, I know you're enjoying the episode, but I need you to do something really, really important for me, like right now. I need you to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and let the people know how much you love the Friends of Beauty podcast. See, in the podcast streets, I'm gonna let you know something. If you don't leave a review, then people don't know that the show exists, and then the show won't grow. Reviews are so essential to the continued success of the Friends of Beauty podcast, and plus, I really just want to know what you think about the podcast. I appreciate all the DMs, but a 5-star review would be even better. I would love to read your review on the show and give you a shout out for being a loyal listener. And if it's not a 5-star review, don't even worry about it. All right, don't even worry. Just go ahead and send me an email, honey. We ain't got time for that. If you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and even leave a comment to share a takeaway from something that you learned so far. If you don't subscribe or give a thumbs up, then the YouTube streets don't know that the Friends of Beauty podcast exists either. You see how this is going? This is a group effort, and I appreciate you so, so much. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Let's go ahead and get back into the episode. Help them. Obviously, they're trying to get it right, and they completely failed with this. They need to just take that off. And then the other thing I was playing devil's advocate with when I was talking to the young lady yesterday was like, maybe they meant it to be a shade adjuster. Maybe it's supposed to be black so that you could like deepen, like slowly deepen the other shades. But I think that's only me thinking from a makeup artist standpoint. A regular everyday woman wouldn't think to like, oh, let me get a shade adjuster to like, you know, adjust my foundation. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have much, information about it, but if you do, I would love for you to share your take on it in the comments and like let's have a conversation. Maybe you could teach me something, but I just felt like that could have been a really, really big opportunity for her to really help them get it right. And then my other thing is, I just don't understand why we keep on fighting to be accepted into places that aren't for us. There are so many Black-owned brands out here who are getting it right. Why do you care about what Youthforia is doing? Go ahead and shop where your shade is and these brands that are catering to you. Maybe everything is not for everybody. I don't know. Like, how do you feel about it? I feel like maybe everything is not for everybody. So if that brand did not make your shade, obviously they didn't mean it to be for you. Move on. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being dragged, but I just feel like there's so many brands out here. We got Danessa Myris Beauty, we got Ashunta Sharif, we got Glamazon Beauty, we got Fenty, we got Pat McGrath, we got so many brands that are getting right. House Labs, all these brands that are getting it right. So Youthforia, like definitely get your act together for sure. Maybe consult with some people who can help you, but don't just be pulling shades out of the sky. Because if there are some brands I look at, I'm like, who is this color? As a makeup artist, when I look at certain shades, I'm like, I've never seen anybody this color before. Like, what are we doing? And it's the same thing with the Youthforia thing. So if you do have any more information on it, please enlighten me. I am not coming from a place claiming to know what is going on. I would have to do some more research, but that's just off of first glance. Even, Kevin James Bennett, he gonna speak his mind about everything. So go to his page and check out what he posted about it and see what he had to say about it. It's really going viral right now. So I just wanted to share my take on it because somebody asked me about it yesterday and I was just like, I mean, we could definitely just choose not to support the brand. Why drag them? Just go shop where they have your shade. I'm sure you have your shade somewhere else. Anyways, and that's coming from somebody that, I mean, I'm not saying like it's the easiest to find my shade, but I am a woman of a deeper complexion too. Just go get your shade where, people are serving you. Anyways, another thing that I have been getting asked lately is about my skincare routine, okay? Because I guess my skin has been looking good. Normally, I do not wear makeup, y'all. I only wear makeup when I'm going to an event, hosting an event, or doing a podcast, and I want to look presentable. But let me tell you something. I be saying this on Instagram. When I go live on Instagram, sometimes I have on makeup, sometimes I don't. But I be telling people, like, if I have to get done up every single time just to show up for y'all, you probably won't see me that often. So if I have your permission to just show up sometimes with no makeup on, let me know in the comments that I have your permission, because I do want to talk to you and get this information out, but I don't want to have to feel like I need to put on makeup to do that. Anyways, so someone asked me about my skincare routine, and fun fact, I have been using the LIMELIFE by ALCONE. I wonder if I have it around. I don't feel like grabbing my little case right now, but I have been using LIMELIFE by ALCONE skincare lately. After I did their Makeup Monday masterclass, they had sent me a whole bunch of products to use. So that is what I have been rocking with. And I feel like my skin really likes it. I've been using the cleanser, the moisturizer, the due date. I've been using the oil. I don't know the official name for it. Maybe I'll leave it down in the comments. I mean, in the description. But I've been using their oil makeup remover and everything, and I absolutely love it. So it's doing pretty well for my skin. I don't have like problematic skin, and my skin for the most part is even toned. I do have like some hyperpigmentation over here. So I do have this thing from Good Molecules. It's supposed to be like a something to help with the hyperpigmentation. So I might start using that and see how that works. Oh, fun fact, check out my nails. You're gonna, can you see? You're gonna have to check out the video if you're listening to the audio, but I did my nails yesterday. One of the best. Going to the makeup show. These are Kiss nails. Y'all hear that? Kiss nails. I love, love, love my press-ons, but yes, y'all, I'm so happy to have like just the opportunity to sit down and talk to y'all. I I sometimes struggle with like celebrating. Like, if you have any ideas for how I can officially celebrate this episode, let me know. But sometimes I think it's like the Aquarius in me. It's like I don't feel like I need to like do something big all the time. Like, it's good enough that I acknowledge the day. I spent the day with my friends in beauty yesterday, but I was feeling like maybe I should have some kind of party or do something, but I don't feel like I need to do all that. I think I acknowledged it. I made a post. People sent their well wishes, and that's that. But if you feel like I should celebrate some kind of other way, let me know. Give me some suggestions, okay? But I do want to share with you all what is next on the in the pipeline for Friends in Beauty, or for the Friends in Beauty podcast. Definitely tap into the Trailblazers Club. That is Friends in Beauty's community. It's only $25 a month, but it is just jam packed. Like, we are having such a great time in there. If you're somebody that feels like you have been needing just like the additional support, the accountability to hit your goals, you need to stay on track. You just need just need somebody to pump you up every now and then. Join the Trailblazers Club, because it's going down in there. Every single month we do expert-led masterclasses or breakout sessions. We do challenges. At the end of the month, we have Q&A and mentorship with me. You get discounts on select Friends of Beauty events and like so much more. So that is something that I am enjoying, just pouring into my people and growing that. So you are more than welcome to join. We have estheticians, makeup artists. We even have a massage therapist in there. Like, I mean, if that's the environment you feel like you want to be in, we take everybody. But check it out. I would leave the link for it down in the description. So like I said, it's only $25 a month, because I wanted to make it really accessible to my friends of beauty. I know one of the things that could hold a lot of people back is just lack of access to information. So I have some exciting people that I'm going to be bringing into the Trailblazers Club. I'm just tapping into my network and bringing the people that we know, love, and trust into the Trailblazers Club to really pour into us and teach us some things. And I also teach some of the master classes as well. So if you're wanting to learn from me, that is the perfect place. If you've been wanting to get mentorship from me, that is the perfect place. If you've been trying to reach me to get your questions asked, that is the perfect place, because they get first dibs on everything when it comes to information, my energy, and my attention. My Trailblazers, they got it. I love them. I love them. Also, what's next up at Friends in Beauty as far as the podcast is, I do plan on doing a live podcast recording. It won't be like an official, like, event like how I did for like the color purple and like the first one, but I do want to have like a live in-person recording of episode 222, the 222nd episode. That is insane. I want to have an in-person recording and I want to include my community. So if you are in the DMV area and you want to be a part of that episode, like I want to do like a panel with some of my friends in beauty and just like talk about whatever, because like when I get with my friends, when I get with my friends in beauty, we really do have like authentic and transparent conversations about probably some of the things that people are afraid to talk about online because they're afraid they're going to get dragged. But I want to have those real conversations because I feel like that's the only way that we grow as a community, is to really talk things out and just to keep it real, like just be transparent about everything. So definitely stay tuned for that. It will probably likely be at the end of May or like that first week in June. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Okay. And then the other thing with the podcast is I will be incorporating some new segments into the podcast. So definitely more solo episodes and then more panel episodes. Oh my God, speaking of panels, y'all, if you don't follow me on Instagram, like, what are you doing? But I did have the opportunity last weekend to host or moderate my first panel. Oh my gosh. My first panel for my friend in beauty, Aggie. She's a hair artist, natural hair artist, but she did her first hair art exhibit and it was absolutely amazing. It was called Mirror, a Reflection of Self, Past, Present, and Future. And I moderated the panel. There were 4 panelists. Everyone said that I did amazing. And I even may have another opportunity to moderate another panel just off of that experience. So I absolutely love it. So if you need me to come out, if you have an event or something like that that you need me to come out, you need some media coverage or you need somebody to moderate, me. Okay. That's like, I really enjoy doing that. That's something else that I'm trying to move forward into as far as the industry and everything. And let me tell you this, one thing that I just really enjoyed the makeup show yesterday. It's so interesting to see how I'm navigating the makeup show differently with the position that I'm in now. Like normally I'm just going, like before I had friends in beauty, I was just going to sit in on the seminars and buy product and things like that. I really didn't even buy that much yesterday. Make sure you stay tuned because I will be doing another video showing you all everything that I got. But it's just so interesting to see how I'm navigating the makeup show differently now that I have friends in beauty, since I had my community, since I had the podcast, I'm interviewing people and everything like that. I just saw so many people yesterday, like that just poured into me. I haven't seen in a long time. I got my hugs, people that I never met that knew me. Like, I'm like, y'all know who I am. You know about the Friends of Beauty podcast. Like, it was just like really phenomenal. A lot of confirmation yesterday. But what I really enjoyed was seeing how people in the beauty industry are navigating doing things outside of makeup applications. So a lot of people there yesterday were makeup artists that had their own brands now, but then they were also, because I was just telling my new assistant girl, she stuck with me. If you haven't seen the one-on-one lesson that I did with my assistant Kai, I told her she stuck with me, but she was there yesterday. But I was telling her like I'm not necessarily a makeup girl in real life to have like, I don't feel like I should have like a makeup brand, because a lot of people, when they have a makeup brand, they tend to promote their brand by using it like on themselves. And I'm like, I don't wear makeup like that to have a brand that would be authentic to me. Like one thing I do love is like lip stuff. So if I did have a brand, it's like I probably have something with the lips, but I just feel like that wouldn't really resonate with me. So it was really cool to see how people were doing stuff outside of makeup too. There was a young lady there that I met. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Please forgive me, but she's going to be on the podcast. I would have to look and see what her name is. She was so lovely, but she created an app, a booking app that allows like full autonomy for the makeup artists, like to have their own rates on there. Like it was just so much. The description was so dope that the guy gave. I was like, where is the owner? Like I had to talk to her, and come to find out she lives in Virginia. I'm in DC, she's in Virginia. So she's gonna be on the podcast soon. She had that. And then there was another young lady named Amanda that I met who was a celebrity hairstylist for 10 years. And she came out with a brand. She's gonna be on the podcast too. But she came out with a brand of like a hair fragrance pretty much, but it's infused with oils that's not going to dry out your hair and everything, but it smells so good, just like you want your hair to smell good. And she launched it at the makeup show, and she said it was going so well. Like she got so much feedback and everything like that. So I was just really inspired by seeing people do other things. And I guess for me, my doing the other things would be this, doing the podcast and doing more media stuff. So yes, y'all, I got a fire. I got a fire lit under me now for, going forward. But yes, I feel like I talked a lot. So make sure y'all stay tuned for, the live recording. Make sure you stay tuned for the new segments and everything. And if you have any questions, any suggestions, any feedback, definitely leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Leave a comment down below, sharing some well wishes or whatever you want to talk. Let's talk in the comments about everything. The imposter syndrome, Youthforia. Let me know what skincare you're using. If you love it and you think I should try it, let me know. And I think that is it. I'm so proud of myself for pushing through and doing this episode. I really just want to go ahead and wipe this makeup off and take a nap. So I could recover. It's probably going to take me like 2 days to recover from being so social yesterday, but I will not trade it in for the world. I love my friends in beauty. I love y'all so much. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with another friend in beauty. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, rate, and leave a 5-star review so that other friends in beauty can find the show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty. #Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.